Rocket Lab has collapsed minus 5.32% to $76.73, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Tuesday, July 14th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Markets are sending mixed signals today as investors weigh competing narratives. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 dipped minus 0.79% to $7,515.34. Equity markets are responding to reports that our stock market today. S&P 500 futures slip as yields and earnings jitters build, simply walled at St. NASDAQ 100 is down minus 1.88%. Trading at $29,264. Equity markets are responding to reports that Dow Jones futures, techs fall, oil prices rise amid new US-Iran attacks, Taiwan Semi, Nvidia, Micron, SanDisk. Investors Business Daily. Dow Jones slipped minus 0.26% to $52,499. Investor sentiment is being shaped by our stock market today. S&P 500 futures slip as yields and earnings jitters build, simply walled St. DAX dipped minus 0.60% to $24,964. Traders are reacting to news that Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite. The Detroit News. FTSE 100 dipped minus 0.50% to $10,446. Equity markets are responding to reports that U.S. futures drift as investors await earnings season and inflation data. Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ. Yahoo Finance. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Rocket Lab plunged minus 5.32% to $76.73 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Rocket Lab stock slides 24% over 6 straight down days. Tray fees. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. A successful first launch would dramatically expand the addressable market and justify a meaningful re-rating. Space Systems revenue from satellite components and manufacturing is a steady, often overlooked earnings base. Watch for any Neutron program update or new DoD launch contract. ExxonMobil surged plus 4.05% to $144.51 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by 7 best oil stocks for 2026 and how to invest. The Motley Fool. The Pioneer acquisition has transformed the Permian position. Synergy realization is ahead of schedule. Free cash flow at current oil prices comfortably funds the dividend and buyback. The key risk is an oil price decline driven by a global growth slowdown or OPEC supply surge. ASML made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 3.97% to $1,726.04. Equity markets are responding to reports that ASML earnings Wednesday. EUV bookings will show whether the RE chip boom is sustainable. Tech Times. The EUV monopoly is one of the strongest competitive moats in all of technology. AI chip demand for the most advanced nodes directly benefits ASML without the execution risk of being a chip maker. Watch for any update on the 2026 to 2027 capacity shipment schedule. Nvidia plunged minus 3.52% to $203.53 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Nvidia announces financial results for fourth quarter and fiscal 2026. Nvidia Newsroom. The key number to track this week is data center revenue run rate. With Blackwell GPUs ramping across hyperscaler data centers, analysts are upgrading estimates, but the stock is priced for continued execution. Any supply chain commentary or China export restriction update could be the swing factor. The bull case holds as long as AI capex from Microsoft, Google, and Amazon stays elevated. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, traders are reacting to news that Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite. The Detroit News. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that U.S. futures drift as investors await earnings season and inflation data. Dow Jones, S&P, NASDAQ. Yahoo Finance. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. Investor sentiment is being shaped by our stock market today. S&P 500 futures slip as yields and earnings jitters build. Simplywalled St. Turning to commodities. Brent crude surged to $86.51 per barrel, up 3.85% on the session. The move follows reports that Dow Jones futures, techs fall, oil prices rise amid new US-Iran attacks, Taiwan Semi, Nvidia, Micron, SanDisk. Investors Business Daily. WTI crude climbed to $80.34 per barrel, up 2.82% on the session. The move follows reports that Dow Jones futures, techs fall, oil prices rise amid new US-Iran attacks, Taiwan Semi, Nvidia, Micron, SanDisk. Investors Business Daily. Natural gas slipped to $2.89, down 0.31% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite. The Detroit News. Gold edged higher to $4,029.40 per troy ounce, up 0.81% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that today's market recap, RE chip stocks plunge, Brent crude soars 10%, gold drops below $4,000. Trading key. Let us give you our near-term view on Rocket Lab. With the selling pressure we have seen today, the key support level for Rocket Lab is around $72.13. A failure to hold there could accelerate the decline and attract further sellers. For a recovery, bulls need to see a fundamental shift in the drivers weighing on prices. This is our view. Always do your own research. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, losing 0.01% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.34, losing 0.05% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 162.17, gaining 0.18% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to gold prices slide as strong dollar outweighs safe haven demand. MSN. Before we wrap up, here is your watch list for the sessions ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Independent market coverage, no subscription fees, no paywalls. If this analysis saved you time and helped you think more clearly about the market, please like the video. It costs you nothing and it directly funds more content like this. Subscribe for daily coverage across indices, stocks, commodities, forex, and crypto. Tell us in the comments, what are you watching most closely right now? Thanks for watching MTRS_Market Pulse. Nothing here constitutes financial advice. Please conduct your own due diligence. Good luck in the markets, and we will see you in the next video. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.